Hey everybody, I'm back with another video, and this topic came up as like I guess a spin-off topic from my last video about teaching your daughters to be submissive housewives and things like that. But the topic is about your husband should be your God, and your husband becomes your father when you are married. And a lot of people were confused about that. I was talking about that in the comments, and people were thrown off by it because they didn't get what I was saying. They didn't get what I meant. And I felt like I had to kind of like explain this more and like address it. So the reason I said that was because when someone is getting married, in most cases, the father walks the bride down the aisle and then he gives her away to her husband. So when the father does that, all of the fatherly duties, what the father is really doing is he's relieving his fatherly duties and giving all of those duties to provide, protect, and discipline this woman to the husband. He's giving her away. He's saying, okay, I did this the first whatever years of her life, and now my job as her father is done, and now the husband is going to take over as her leader. Now the husband takes over as her provider. Now the husband takes over as her disciplinarian. And I really mean disciplinarian because men are supposed to discipline us. The husband takes over as this new father. And when you are married, you respect your husband as you would your father. And if you're married to a good man and he provides for you and he takes care of you and he disciplines you correctly without abusing, but disciplines you correctly, and he loves you as he should, then he's your father figure. He is your God. Like, he is your master. And there's nothing wrong with using that type of terminology when it comes to men. And when it comes to husbands, especially if they're doing what they are supposed to do as husbands. There's nothing wrong with calling your husband your master, calling your husband your God, calling your husband your father, because they have taken over that role. They're doing what they're supposed to do. But in the society that we are in, we're so far removed from viewing our husbands as those things. They're like, well, we're co-partners and we're equal. We're not equal to men. In marriages, you're not equal. He is the provider and the protector. You keep the home. You're the nurturer. You guys don't have the same duties. You're not on the same scale of things. You're not doing the same thing. We live in a society where the role of the male has been watered down and downplayed to be this co-partnership thing where no one is really leading. Everybody has the same rights and everybody's equal across the board, and that's not how it's supposed to be. They are supposed to be the provider, the protector. They're supposed to be the disciplinarian. That is what they're supposed to do, and they take over as that role when you become married. This man is your father now, and your father's duties raising you are over, and he takes over from then on. That's why your father literally gave you to him. He's giving you to him. You are a gift. You're given to this man, and he takes over as that person, as that role. So that is what I meant. But women were disgusted by, like, I already have a father. Yes, you have a biological father. Everybody does. Hopefully everybody does have a biological father. But once you get married, that man, he is still your biological father, but his fatherly duties to you are over. And if you are married and your father is still stepping in to do those fatherly duties, he needs to stop. You need to tell him, hey, you're overstepping your boundaries. You're overstepping your bounds because I'm married now. All those duties are on my husband. You should not allow your father to still be doing things for you if you are married. The husband is supposed to be doing that. If your father's doing that, still there's a problem. Either he's overstepping or your husband is understepping. One of the other. So that's what I meant. That is what I was saying. So your husband should be your God. Like, When I become married, I have no problem bowing to my husband. I have no problem saying my husband is my God, my husband is my master, because that is supposed to be, that is how it's supposed to be. Your husband provides and protects for you, and he is the leader of the home. He is the leader of your life. He is the master of your home, of you, of your body, over your children. He covers you. That is what a master does. That is what a God does. If a man is doing what he's supposed to do, why not call him God? Why not revere him as God and call him God? Because isn't God supposed to be a being that protects you and takes care of you and provides for you? If he's doing those things, why not say my husband is my God, my husband is my master? There's nothing wrong with that terminology. We have just been turned off from it because we're so disconnected from what the divine masculine is meant to do, and we need to reconnect. But this is just basically like a clarification video explaining that, explaining what the husband's role actually is and how we should be viewing our men and how we should give them the utmost respect and be respecting our men, because the society that we live in is so wrapped up in feminism, which is a poison to society, that we are not respecting and revering our men like we should. We need to put our men on pedestals. We have stopped doing that. But this is just responding and reconnecting with you all, reconvening to further explain what I meant. And so, yeah, your husband should be your father, your God, whatever, your master. You should bow to him when he walks in the room. Bow to him. I mean, like, honestly, it should be like that. But let me know what you guys think in the comments. And this is just a short video. And I will talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.